similar way to Black Gold, that was a song where it really goes somewhere in quite an unusual way, and we had to pay a lot of attention to the place it was going to go. Again, there were a lot of different versions of it. It's been recorded before, very, very differently. The explosion was the explosion that was something that kind of like appeared when the song was being played, like jammed out by us, because it was really fun, particularly for Jack, because he gets to hit things loudly.
It was one of the few chances on the album where we got to really just let loose and get a few things off our chest, you know.
At the start, when we first started writing it, it felt like a late night disco song. So Jack kind of brought the disco beat to it, and then I had a chord progression and a vocal line, and then we just played it. It's just the colour, like the white, the idea of like a porcelain. Originally, it was meant to be kind of a teen. I thought, and at least lyrically, it was kind of like, yeah. I don't know. It's like alabaster lover. It's like it's a description of like really pure skin, like almost so white that it's like artificial. Like AI kind of skin. You know how you see like AI robots in films? They're always like super white.
Have you seen Wall-E?
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Like the female robot that comes down the flying thing.
Yeah. We had two versions of it before we went into the studio, and one we'd played live, and we didn't actually feel like it didn't feel quite right for the song, we thought, and then. So we left that purposefully open-ended when we went to Sweden, and that was the most collaborative process with the producer on that song. We all agreed that the right way to go would be in this very kind of atmospheric. I think the production's pretty amazing on that. I think Luke really pushed the sort of sonics out there and the drum stuff out. Yeah. It's a weird song because it's almost like the ghost of various things that used to be there. It feels like this empty sort of kind of this weird space of a song that used to be obviously a more kind of conventional song and has been sort of dismembered and deconstructed, and what's left is this weird kind of ghost whisper that's the ambience that runs through the whole thing.
I like to think of the ambience as like the dust that forms around planets, like some loads of detritus that's collapsed but blown up into the air and just kind of spinning. I like to think of that.
That area of the song is called Chernobyl, and it's something that Jimmy will...
Yeah, well, during the writing process. Jimmy. Jimmy. I watched a lot of documentaries about Chernobyl and got quite obsessed by it. And that, it was, some sort of vague concept of the idea of, a meltdown at Chernobyl, and then the fact that it's still alive at the end. You can't kill Chernobyl. And then Luke just, filled in the blanks with all his synthesizers.
We referred to that end as that, like, some of the sounds were meant to sound like machinery dying. I think that's the thing about the Chernobyl thing. It's like the sound of factories and machines dying,
In terms of the track listing, the sequencing, it took us a long time to decide how to order it, and it was a fairly last-minute decision to put that one at the end, because it had never really occurred to us. But it works very well. Musically, it's very, at least to us, it's very unusual. It's nothing like we've ever done before, and it is this huge kind of throbbing cloud of music. And it sounds gaseous, but it's really heavily weighted.
Yeah, it's dense. It feels like a
nebula.
Yeah, like nebula. I mean, and what's in the oh god. I think lyrically it works well.
Yeah.
As the last track, it kind of explains. It explains where we've been. find that really, I find it really aggressive.
Like to stand here.
It's okay, I'll take it over.
Within the Jesus Christ.